Today we'll be reacting to female streamers can't win. Alright, let's check it out.
What is it with these male streamers trying to piss off female streamers? Like, you try to piss off female streamers, and then when you get a reaction that you wanted, you go, why are you so emotional? Like, yo, if you emotional, stop streaming. Like, stop. Okay, cool. They get emotional, they cry. Stop being a crybaby. You a puss. Okay. So then when they fight back, what do you all say? She aggressive. Yo, is that a man? Yo, is this? Yo, she did this, and this, bro. Yo, her, bro. Yo, she overreacted, bro. But I promise you, bro, if I was Rakai right now and I went to go put a firecracker in this room and I build that shit up, it's content. But if I get pissed off and I do some crazy shit, it's not content. What?
Double standards, man. Double standards. That's double standards right there.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, most times, right, I feel like that's also normal too, regardless of what you are. But of course, you know, I'm not a female streamer. I'm not even like gonna say I know what they are going through, because shit, I might not be knowing anything. But we have to also remember many of the guys that are watching this content want to see if they can have any influence on you while they're watching you.
Oh, did that just blow y'all minds, bro? Because that blew my mind.
Streaming isn't for women, because this stuff is not going to change. It's just not. As streaming grows to become a new and more stable medium for content creation, everybody's starting to flock to it. And when I say everybody, I definitely mean everybody. We got the young, we got the old, we got the fat, we got the bold. We even have women streaming. I know that that's like just the craziest concept for people to pick up, but in a historically male-dominated field, when women start to get into these places and spaces, specifically the WL community, again, WL just being like the Kai, the Aiden, the Speed, the Duke, the Phantom, that side of the internet, it seems as though this battle continues on for dominance, and not even necessarily dominance, but just a place in space for women to exist. Now, off top, and it's a problem that definitely should be addressed, but I don't even know where to start with this one, because we have a whole gooning epidemic that needs to be talked about, and some of my commentary brethren in arms have talked about it ad nauseum. But there is a problem. We sexualize women on the internet.
There was one guy, oh my god, he messaged me, Cinna, please don't get skinny. I love the way that you look thick. And
are you sure about that?
His message to me was, I'm gooning to you. Please die. Okay,
yo.
I'm sorry, die. You're just a...
But this is what I mean by, like, you know, once people are behind the screen, they feel like they can say anything they want.
Are you sure about that?
Once there's a black dude in the screen, they can be like, oh, I can say the N-word, he ain't gonna do shit to me. Once there's a girl in the screen, they can be like, oh, I can say the craziest, lustful, goning ass, nasty ass comments, and like she can't do anything, right? And the girl reacting to it, some of them, they get joy out of it.
Gross person. Like, I don't, I'm not doing anything for you. You're just gross, bro.
And it's sad to say that something like that would have existed if Cinna was doing just any regular content. Hell, she could be baking cakes and people would sexualize her like that. But when
there's nothing she can do that
dominated, misogynistic, hypersexualized field that is streaming, it's something that 10x's all the nasty comments that she gets, the DMs that she gets, and just the overall bullying and treatment that she gets and other women streamers get on the internet. The reason why this is such a big deal to me right now is because there's like 50,000. And when I say 50,000, I mean 50,000 events that have happened in 2025 alone.
Are you sure about that?
Literally seem to be streamers plus women plus sexualization equals views. We're talking about streamer prom, that Blackboy Max.
Well, we all know what sells, and that sells.
Love reality show, the current DDG Love reality show, Streamer University, and anything that got birthed out of this. I've said this message before, and it's not a knock on some of the young ladies that came out of things like Streamer University or Streamer Prom or whatever the case may be, but ultimately you are being sexualized. And I'm not gonna blame them for diving into this reality. Hell, streaming is very, very lucrative financially speaking, and people wanna live, people wanna eat. Something to realize is that that audience that you garner by twerking on Blackboy Max's stream or saying all the inappropriate and nasty things you would do on DDG stream, they're not long lasting. They're not fleeting. They're gonna...
But this is what I have to actually say about this. I feel most people are looking for that moment of fame, moment of attention from these streams. And once they get it, they either grab it and run and they can do more things, or they grab it and that's what they do. They just grab it and that's it. Right? So even if the girl is like twerking, even if the girl is like doing the most, whatever, anything sexual thing you want to do, at the end of the day, you have to remember that like most of them already know this is what they want to do to get that attention. And if they get that attention, now it's up to them to see how they grow with it. I feel, like I said again, we know what sells. We know what sells, and most people know and accept that reality. Integrity is not, people don't care as much. I mean, look at OnlyFans. Somebody can make $1 million in a day, and you think she'll care about not showing her body off now? Because she said, it's making me money. Who cares? I can now afford things. You that is trying to be, holy, or, you want to be decent human being, but you're still not solving your problems. I can't blame these women for thinking this way.
Chew you up and spit you out the minute that you no longer feel the void and the need.
The only reason I think I feel it more is because I've had a lot of young girls who have come to me who are streamers that you guys know. Some of them went to streamer university, and they bring up how when they did content with men and then something happened, suddenly now they get blackballed and they're so-and-so that somebody fucked and they can't get out of that. And it sucks. Like, it sucks that that's where streaming is at, is that the women feel like they have to do shipping content.
Well, it's not fair, right? It's not fair. But that's again going back to the gender double standards that already exist, right? And again, it's like a system that if somebody understands the system, they can benefit from. But if somebody doesn't understand the system, they might also think the system is unfair, which I'm not saying it's fair. It's kind of messed up, right? But the female that uses the system to grow usually grows. It could not be the best kind of growth. It could be toxic. It could be controversial, but it grows, she grows, she grows. And the ones that don't understand the system, it's the same thing like a guy. There's a reason why guys don't do OnlyFans to blow. It doesn't make sense, right? These are certain factors of like the double standards we're talking about.
In order to grow, because there's so many really good girl streamers that get fucked over because of streaming shipping content, and in reality they're dope ass streamers, and it's just, it sucks. It's really sad.
I'm old enough to know this, but some of you potentially are not. But these new women hopping into the streamer lane are not getting into it to build some sort of career. That's not what the men are propping them up for. That's not what they're meant to be. No, nobody cares about anything like that. They are the new video vixen. They are a prop in these content creators' journey. They are to be used for today and gone tomorrow. Every time I see an India Love, I think of Melissa Ford. Every time I see a Cooking with Kaya, I think of Buffy the Body. Every time I see any woman streamer, I think back to the Big Pimpin' video that Jay-Z put out back in the early 2000s and see flash in the pan girl, flash in the pan girl, flash in the pan girl, flash in the pan girl. And that's the truth. The way that the game is designed right now is for women to come on these streams, twerk it up, show their bodies, show their booties, make sexualized content with the male streamer.
And this is like the clip farming thing that people are not talking about. Do one thing to make you trend and keep going with it. Grab and run. That's all. And if you don't run, that's it. That's the moment it's gone. Like, think about people like, I don't know what's her name again, the Hawk 2 girl. She got a viral moment and that was it. She could become as famous. She could make money from it. She used the opportunity well. People don't think she did, but she did. And then, there's another girl that's probably doing some crazy stuff in a stream right now that thousands and millions of people will see her face, and she doesn't know how to run with it after that.
And then ultimately tomorrow be replaced by the next one. Before you even get an opportunity to capitalize on your 15 minutes of fame, trust me, there's another event coming on with another big booty woman, with another woman.
That's the thing. If you use that 15 minutes to make more viral videos, more viral moments, you can keep going. This is what people need to understand.
That's willing to say she's willing to do the most ridiculous thing to another streamer, and then you are phased out, no pun intended. And even if we don't go down the sexual route, the way that male streamers use these women in their content isn't necessarily beneficial, because like Nina said at the beginning of the video, if you do retaliate in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you are going to get
against you.
What she was referencing to was a prank in which Blackboy Max said he would gift Ash Alk, another streamer, a bunch of subs if he were to take all her food in his hand and throw it in a bag.
9. Oh!
We should probably just take this to go. We just take it to go. It's getting late, you know what I'm saying? I need my 100. I need my 100 right now. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Look at me. Look. No. I was forced. I was to do this.
I'm dead ass. What the fuck are you doing?
It's gonna make sense. I swear I can't.
Are you sure about that?
Are you good in fuck the clip. Are you good in the fucking head, bro? I promise you, bro. If I was Rakai right now and I went to go put a fucking firecracker in this fucking room and I blow that shit up, it's content. But if I get pissed off and I do some crazy shit, it's not content.
And don't try to gaslight me right here at this point of the video, because we know what Nina is saying is true. Zoe Spencer is the example. I know that's probably a name that people haven't heard of in a minute, but remember, it's because she got packed up off the internet a couple months ago by Soul Illuminati for doing the exact same thing. When she retaliated against the guys, when she did the same thing as the bros, when she did her pranks and everything like that, she was labeled as aggressive, as masculine, as doing too much, etc.
But then, look, man, I be looking at this, bro.
Are you sure about that?
Like, I be looking at this.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, there's a reason why the double standards is there, right? Obviously, she's a woman. Gender equality doesn't exist. The same way a man reacts to something and men reacting to them, or people reacting to them, it's not the same way people react to a woman doing it,
etc., while having the same or similar things happen to her. Don't try to arm ring me and say who was biting her. She was matching energy, full stop. But then all of a sudden it was too much because of what? That matching energy shit doesn't work. I've seen women on the same streams as men make the same jokes as men get called all sorts of different names. Hell, on DDG's current show, Are You My Ball, there's a woman on there named Thick, and I saw her make a joke the other day about having a dick. And now all of a sudden the trans rumors are getting ran wild with her, to the point where everything is becoming just transphobic rhetoric around women, and it's really, really nasty.
He talk about Lil Vicky with the top pick. All I see is this woman over here. I don't know why they keep calling you thick.
I don't know either.
Is it your thighs? Is it your shoulders?
Or is it my dick? No, I'm just joking.
All right. You sounded like me a little bit.
I never thought I'd be saying this, partially because India Love is one of the people that keeps some of these narratives alive. Hell, she's actively fighting in the chat versus some of DDG's contestants on this Are You My Ball show, perpetuating some of this nonsense. But she's right when she says this.
Instead of all the sexual the dream big shit that's going on, I wanted to see ladies being more attentive towards him. Like, y'all know he loves cheeses. Where the fuck is his cheeses at? Y'all know he loves when ladies cater to him, so why aren't y'all catering to him? Why aren't you, like, thinking outside the box? I need love letters. Write him some.
Because the audience know what they're watching it for. It's not because of they don't want to think.
Love letters, y'all. Send him a little. I seen Thick did it. The girl Thick, she sent him a picture, like, bent over. That's cute. But I just feel like they should be more so trying to, like, be a lady to the nigga, because he a nigga, he that nigga.
While her conversation is still heavily male-centered, India Love is right. Don't continuously sexualize yourself on these streams. Now, to be quite honest with you, you're not gonna get invited on these streams, and that should be okay with you. You should be wanting and willing to create some sort of career outside of being male-centered and sexualized, and it's two-folded. Like, shout out to the guys, Fuck DH and, you know, Novely and a bunch of the other guys, 4D Shams, Cameron. They've talked about ad nauseum how there is a gooning problem in streaming. Like, there's a gooning problem on this side of content creation, and it's getting quite nasty. But with that being said, some of these young ladies have to stop folding into it. It doesn't end well for you. I remember when Cooking with Kaya started off saying that she didn't want to get into this sexual deep dive about her and her body.
When it comes to getting into the whole aspect of being sexual, you're rewarded for like few minutes and that's it. After that, the long-term effect of it is worse than the short-term effect, right? It makes sense. That's why a lady that shows her value in non-sexual ways are usually valued long-term by not just like men, but women and other people too around. She can provide more ways to show I can get the, the trend without being like sexual or sexualized, right?
even though she has been blessed naturally with a shape and curves and all this other stuff like that. But then she started hanging around with the same people who did it. It's a hard balance. It's cool, it's fun, but this is what happens after you leave those guys. Your viewership drops and you have a chat filled with a bunch of guys that are willing to put their hands on their pants for you.
And they're probably so ugly because they put it in all caps and they wanted me to see it, and they typed it more than once because they wanted me to tell me why I'm famous. All I'm gonna say is get your money up. If your money was up, you would be hating on nobody. You're not welcome here. You're not forced to be here. Please just scroll. And if it's not enough, block me. Block Cooking with Kaya on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, because you're gonna keep seeing me if you don't. Block me, okay? Did you get your attention? Are you happy? I hope I made your night. I mentioned your name.
And I get it, Kaya. I would be upset too if somebody told me that I'm not famous, I have no talent, I'm just a body, etc., etc. However, you definitely leaned into this, discouraged a bunch of women who were giving you advice.
But sometimes you gotta understand some of these women don't have that option. Some of them have entered. Look at the way she entered. She's thinking of cooking. I know the narrative of I'm gonna steal your man, and the dancing probably was what made people really that was what made her viral. But it's not like she chose to be viral because of that. It was more of like a cooking thing, right? It's of course what made her famous, and she leaned into it. I'm not saying she didn't lean into it, but now it's of course she leaned into it because that's what came at that time, and that's what she needed. Right now, she got what she needed, and she's starting to realize it's not really something that she wants. Right? It's kind of fucked up world we live in.
Advice along the way, and then ultimately when it was your turn to be ditched, you started to get a little bit agitated by all this stuff. I'm not ragging on nobody. I'm just giving future female streamers the exact blueprint that's happening. I grew up during the video vixen era. I know I'm an unk. But what I'm saying to you and to other people is that the grass is not greener on the other side unless you make the pivot earlier. Or hell, just don't go down that path at all. Sure, it's more long, it's more arduous, and ultimately, this may not even be the content creation medium that you need to be in. I would like to see as more women step up to the bat and get on these streams that they then create some sort of group together. I remember when I saw a bunch of women like Zoe and Chloe and, Thickney and stuff like that. They were talking about creating that sphere, but to be honest with you, I can see why that didn't work because a lot of them were still very much male centered and were willing to ditch any growth from women streamers on that perspective just to go and be with the men. But trust me, going down that path of building that sort of group or that sort of niche or that side of streaming is going to be much more beneficial than continuously fighting for the male gaze, because you're going to be fighting with the next young hot thing, the next young hot body, and you're also going to be fighting with India Love, who's also fighting with the next young thing.
You know what my motto is? It's a bitch that turns 18 every day, okay? So you need to be on your shit because a bitch turns 18 every fucking day, and I'm not gonna be the bitch that used to be the cool bitch.
Just strange behavior from somebody who's almost 30. I don't know. I think on the male side, there's a lot of fixing and focusing that we have to do.
That's facts. That's facts.
But on the ladies' perspective, stop being the pawn. Stop being the puppet.
You get a 10 from me, dog. You get a 10 straight off rip. I don't care what you do. You goddamn whistle and tap dance right now. You get a 11.
Man, and like 2 years later, she's gonna complain that I was getting over sexualized. Whoa. What a dark world we live in.
Do we have an 11 or 13 number?
Now, the more that I think about it, there's been probably 6 to 7 streamer events, male created streamer events that ran through a bunch of women. And I'm trying to think of one woman outside of potentially India Love that really stuck after any of these events. I'm talking about in the whole 2025. Streamer Prom, J Cinco had some sort of thing, Streamer University, Blackboy Max's Love thing, because Wendy Ortiz is not talked about anymore. This current Are You My Ball thing, I'm pretty sure there's going to be 1 or 2 more that come out of it this year. There's been a lot of streamer events where women were brought in to shake their booty cheeks, say that they would do all these sexual, freaky, nasty things for men that truly only benefited the men. I go down that Streamer University list of women and see people who were gaining massive amounts of.
This is why I gotta say the women that don't do these things, that can show value in other ways, they're always gonna stick one way or the other. At the end of the day, there's a reason why, like, when you go to those, you know, when you think about these people that do this thing, guys don't think about one and just like stuck on it. They want to see everyone. They want to see multiple. That's what makes them feel good. So you can't play into those like cards or roles or whatever you want to call it.
Followings, massive amounts of subs, but now we're only pulling 50 to maybe like 150 live viewers on streaming. But I can guarantee you when they do those little collaborations with men and they say that they want to do freaky nasty things to them, those clips go viral. Please see what I see. Wake up. Y'all fix.
Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Hit the like button, comment what you'd like me to react to, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, all right, signing out.